That's what the complaint of our physiotherapists in our hospital. So we have expiratory muscle strength training, which is very important for cough training. Whenever there is a risk of aspiration, I want to make sure that the patient takes it out adequately. When they do it, I can send the patient home, even when I know that patient might aspirate. Alright, so I'm going to pick those who are yawning or dozing off, okay? There's already a muscle here. Discussion on oral and enteral nutrition, there is always an argument. So I work with the clinical nutrition team as well, Dr. Esther, who keeps asking me, should I put tube or can you continue oral? I said, don't intimidate me like this. You can't ask me these questions. So, yes, that is the discussion that we need to look at and see if I am not able to progress that fast, I might as well go for a PET tube. It's a burden for the patient, but quality of life is better. I mean, at least in some patients. Compensatory first, if clearance for oral is there. If a physician asks me to go ahead and give oral because there is no risk of wound infection or anything, or the vitals are stable, you can try on, then probably you can look at compensatory strategies. One is consistency change, postural change, or texture change, or any airway safety mechanisms, like what do you know about any airway safety mechanism? Any maneuvers that you know? Anybody? Both are exercise based. Any compensatory strategy? Something which involves coughing? These are all very commonly used terms. No? Supraglottic swallow, no? Heard? Yeah. Supraglottic swallows? Okay. You ask the patient to swallow and cough out. So this is a famous technique used by everyone. Just like on chin down and swallow. I have seen nurses give that strategy even when they don't know what is the cause for aspiration. So that's okay. At least they are intending to treat. They are at least responding, although it's in the wrong way, or at least not aware of what is happening there. We can definitely improve their capacity in terms of their ability to bring a change. So you can have consistency modification, airway safety measures like supraglottic swallow or supraglottic swallow. There are specific differences between those two, or every technique that is used. There must be an understanding of physiology, then only you can give strategies. Okay? And facilitatory first if no clearance. If somebody says that no, you cannot risk the person's vitals or aseptic nature in the oral cavity, you cannot give anything right now, then I would like to just do exercises and make sure that oral hygiene is maintained or the muscles mass is maintained, like what you all do with the nutrition. Right? Exercises. Okay? Like I said, oral hygiene, tracheostomy care also is important. We don't want another complications or people coming out with maggots crawling around the tracheostomy tube. Okay, and I've seen a patient die in front of us when there was a tracheostomy block. That's the simplest reason to lose life. They can just remove it, clean it and put it back. Because the person was not aware of how to do it. The patient came to emergency with no pulse. So that's where we started to make sure that we have patient education done compulsorily before discharge. We make sure that they do it. And there is strengthening exercise. Everywhere there is muscle, you can always strengthen it. Do you agree? Everywhere there is muscle, nutrition will help. Do you agree? You should ask me that. The Mendelssohn's manual, supraglottic. We look at enzymatic treatment or steroid treatment, but it only helps in the initial stages. It may not be taken for long term. Alright? Secretions, again problem in neurological cases, especially if it is lateral medullary syndrome or any of the brainstem strokes, which will have more of this problem. Now, what is the problem in lateral medullary syndrome? There is no initiation of swallow at all. We are not even able to put the Rayleigh tube in proper position. It gets scarred. Okay, the aggressive nature of treatment only is going to get the patient out of it. So, in those patients, enteral nutrition or the medullary syndrome? Yes? What is the outlook of them? They look well built? Yes, no? Acutely they are fine. Yeah, more majorly I think 50% they would look at, they would probably have around 10 kg of weight loss. They'll come lean, you will not be able to identify if they have a passport photograph.
Yeah, right. What is status epilepticus? Now, status epilepticus, any idea? Anyone wants to volunteer? What is status epilepticus? Multiple seizures, excellent. Over 5 to 10 minutes, excellent. That's absolutely the latest definition. The old definition was 30 minutes. And now it has been reduced to 10 minutes when the person continues to seize or have a seizure for more than 10 minutes, and that is status epilepticus. Right? So remember, 10 minutes, status epilepticus. It is the extreme or the ultimate expression of epilepsy. It's the most sinister expression of epilepsy. Mortality rate extremely high, 20 to 30%, and often can be much more. Right? So if you have a diet to save this kind of patient, it's really something absolutely great. So a few more numbers. So 10 minutes is the duration of status epilepticus. You give the initial treatment, which is usually benzodiazepines. Then you start another anti-seizure medication, which is of course intravenous, which could be penetroid sodium, levetiracetam, valproate, and so on and so forth, or phenobarbital, as mentioned previously. That doesn't work. That's another 30 minutes long. That becomes the refractory status epilepticus. And if the status epilepticus is not controlled for 24 hours, then it becomes super refractory status, right? So you have status 10 minutes, refractory status 30 minutes, and super refractory 24 hours. And ketogenic diet, of course, is not the standard first-line treatment. Right? The first-line treatment is a benzodiazepine and then several other anti-seizure medications, and then you have anesthetic agents. And when all of these fail, that's when the dietitian steps in to save the patient, and that's absolutely wonderful, right? So super refractory status epilepticus. And remember that these are the management goals in status epilepticus. We want the status to stop. We want to prevent, once it is stopped, the patient should not have seizures again. We need to find out what is the underlying cause, and then there are a whole lot of complications, and we'll talk about these complications and how they are relevant to the administration of ketogenic diet also a little later. But this is the kind of treatment that was available for the treatment of status epilepticus. King Charles, 16th century, King of England had, it's very clear from this description that he died of status epilepticus. These are the kind of treatments that were given at that time. And you can read that yourself. So we have very good treatments, right? Including the ketogenic diet. A review article, it's a very authoritative review on the treatment of status epilepticus, and this is one of the most followed review articles on super refractory status epilepticus. And anything, the authors of this article stated, anything that has gone down the gullet of man has been used in the treatment of status epilepticus,
To please kindly in front and honor our respectable speaker, Dr. Vinay Goyal. Please give it a huge round of applause. Keep on applauding, audience. I request Dietitian Neena and Dietitian Nidhi to kindly come in front and honor our worthy chairpersons.
We already had 6 previous sessions where we have talked about GI nutrition, about diabetes, then metabolic syndrome, then GI disorders, and now this year's topic given to us was nutrition and neurological disorder. So I hope you all had wonderful sessions in the morning. Yes. And you learned a lot. Yes. And thank you very much to all of you for being there and making it a big success. Without you, it was not possible. Now I request all the dignitaries please kindly come forward and light the lamp. I request Dr. Kiran Grover, Dr. Kiran Vance, Ma'am Meena Bugga, please come forward.
Something to life is deeply rooted with the values, discipline, gratitude to the God and spiritual ethics. Sudhya means it's an auspicious lamplit land. It is believed to bring the prosperity, the welfare, the positivity around us. Diya means a jyoti. It is a symbolically leading the individual to the supreme knowledge. It is ultimately the removal of the ignorance, the sin, the darkness. With the help of the light lampling, it is considered as a symbolic for the embodiments, wisdoms, and prosperity. It lights to believe to bring the clarity and the guidance.
Witnessed the use of millets, and we as an Indian, we know that 100 years back we were eating millets, but gradually over a period of time we have lost. But now we have really made a good sound across the world. And just to add the addition, we are introducing a book. It's my proud privilege to introduce a book on recipe for millets. So I request
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I request Secretary sir to kindly come please and say a few words of appreciation.
So you all are young, and when you are young you fall in love and wonders happen. And then you get married, you wonder what happened. So I always wonder when I come to such places, what am I doing here? Because I am a non-medical guy and except the last part about the brain consuming more sugar, I couldn't understand anything at all. In fact, this morning two doctors came to me. they're going to have a conference on crisis management or something. So they were showing me all the events. So I told them the only thing I can understand is the tea break. Nothing else. So congratulations to all of you, to Shweta, to the team for organizing this wonderful CNE. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know this was the 7th one. So it's great, I think. If something continues, that means we're doing a good job. That's why you're all attending. So I must congratulate all of you. And neuro-nutrition, I think everything is related to neuro. So whether it's nutrition or anything else, starts from the brain. And I think that's why the importance of yoga also. Because yoga is probably a combination of everything. So my congratulations to all of you once again, to the team for organizing such a beautiful CNE. And I hope the management at least will continue to support all this. So thank you very much.
Says sharing of knowledge, increasing knowledge and building upon it. And I hope, as I said already, this is the 7th CNE. I hope this learning continues further and we all make good memories and have good memory tracks for more information and knowledge. Welcome to DM.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Dr. Gagandeep, who is our organizing chairman, sir, please say a few words of encouragement to us.
Thank you. Actually, thank you so much, sir, for Bipin ji and Mukesh ji for coming here. I just want to remind you and everyone, they are actually the chief hosts and not the chief guests. Because all of this is basically, you know, there are so many discussions, there are so many plannings, and I think it is both of you that the kind of platform that they have provided us, the kind of encouragement that they have provided us, I think it is entirely possible with all of that. Shweta ji, I want to really congratulate you. I mentioned during my talk that I've given talks and Vinay and myself were, Dr. Vinay Goyal and myself were sharing this. We often go to medical conferences and we see 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 people, but this is right from the beginning till the end, the hall is packed.